All right, we are on. Welcome everyone to our Minecraft live stream for this weekend. I know Dimitri's already been asking for the streaming invitation. Hawks game later tonight. I will. So, as a lot of you already know, this is fairly different territory than what we're used to. Because as a lot of you remember, we're used to being on the desktop computer, but as I said, I met my grandparents this week. Since I'm off for spring break. And yes, we still have our weather scan live stream going as well. It's been holding on. My computer has so far not given up. And yes, on my iPhone I had that Bubble Guppies Dinosaur Adventure video playing on an endless loop. Thankfully I remembered I knew to shut that off before we started. And I have MVG Productions playing on another device. So we're gonna be working with last time, which was a new bridge on 67. I was about to say 57. But actually, I heard they're going to be extending I-57 to Little Rock. So now 57 will connect from Chicago to Little Rock. They're going to be extending it past I-55 in Missouri. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm actually just like, I'm going to do this in kind of a style of those videos where they speed up the video and adjust it to the music. Me doing that once another song gets going on my emulation. We'll see what comes on next. And yes, they did see all those snow squalls that were coming out. And I actually did get a majority of them. That there were actually a pixel from Mount Holly. Got some of those as well. Also, yeah, and also there was also a flash flood warning in San Francisco. Well, I'd say Monterey, that is. I gotta watch where I'm going here. Pull up the. Yeah, I hate it. I hate. Yeah, I hate that also. A lot of us do. Oh, great! My tablet, one of my older tablets, are almost dead. The identity of Wizard.io cannot be by Safari. Yes. Yeah, they did it. Look at San Francisco. Look at MTR, Monterey, San Francisco. Look at them, you'll see it. Actually, I could show you. Yeah, I could show you right here. Yeah, I could show you right here. Oh, hello, Sterling. There's a marine warning from them. There was a marine warning from Sterling. I need to go back and get that. Yep, there it was. Flash flood, damage threat considerable. Now I gotta go back and get that SMW. Now I would do it on my now we would do it on here, but and yes, I have MV auctions still going. And I put together a private playlist of classic game shows from MVG Productions. So I actually like MVG Productions now. Previously, it was just a bunch of Aubrey Scott collection. Now I've changed it out. Let's see. I think it's I believe Fred. I know Philly went off for it. I'm gonna do Fredericksburg.
With gusts up to 30 miles per hour are expected to occur through the afternoon. Increased fire will result. Urge to exercise caution handling any potential ignition source, including machinery, cigarettes,
Oh yeah.
matches. Be sure to properly discard all smoking materials. Any dry grasses and trees that ignite will have the potential to spread quickly. Virginia residents are reminded that open burning is prohibited before 4 p.m. each day through April 30th.
Let's talk about a burn ban.
Relative humidity will drop to between 15 and 20% across central Virginia into portions of east and west Virginia, while northwest winds gust frequently between 20 and 30 miles per hour. The strongest winds will coincide with the lowest humidity during the mid to late afternoon hours.
Oh goody, it's Gold Rush.
The combination of low fuel moisture, low relative humidity,
there's those tall spires. So that's 802, and we've arrived at our destination.
Please refer to your local burn permitting authority on whether you can burn. If you do burn, use extreme caution and ensure fire suppression is readily available. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Washington metro area and the surrounding listening area.
Yeah, that's 36 because that's supposed to be WZ 257 Fredericksburg, but that's not. So I'm gonna do Philly again. Yeah, I'm gonna do Philly once again. You might on Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot tomorrow as well. Alright, so here is the suspension and cantilever truss bridges we were working with last week, or over the last several weeks, that is. I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. Turn off silent mode. I gotta be sure the sound is on. Let me turn the sound on. Turn on the sound. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right. So, remember these two twin cantilever bridges. Yeah, this is this close as I could get to an actual Fort Steuben bridge. I hated the way this turned out, so I went ahead, moved that. So I built an actual one further downstream. I like that one better. So I thought, all right, it's time to replace this with a different bridge. So I heard about I've already been well familiar with the musical roadway concept. So I decided I'd go ahead and apply to this bridge. So here's the way this roadway is structured. So the first two lanes, so these left two lanes, basically is just the regular traffic. But then over here on the right hand side is the musical roadway, and this is exactly the way this is the same way I'm gonna be setting this up. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate it for you for those who missed us the last few weeks. So yeah, basically it's a musical red edition. A near perfect, yeah, it's almost like a near perfect recreation, except the singers aren't present. Yeah, I thought this would be like a great idea. But now the challenge is replicating this, like replicating it for the new structures. So now the challenge is actually replicating the design and then getting it into a state where it will not be where it cannot be modified. But I will try my best to that's good, dude. That's the way that is set. And that's actually the final design I have. So now we are actually going to begin work on the actual removal of the main suspension span. So now we're going to actually start the removal of the main span of this bridge so we can make room for the cantilevers. But then the big question is, where are we going to place these once we build them? I'm thinking of building them. I'm putting them in the center, obviously. I'm going to put them in the center. Yeah, I'm going to put these in the center. Just like the suspension bridges. Yeah, right in the center of the river. So we are going to start with the suspension span. But with these two cantilevers around, I would go through with the concept of I would use TNT in this, but I mean, it is a lot. I think TNT Could be a possibility. But yeah, now the debate is whether I'm going to use TNT on this or not. I'm actually just thinking. I think I'm thinking about it, but I might go ahead and use it on this project. I'll be applying tolls to neighboring Interstate 4. I'll be doing that too. Let's see if I have a collection of. I guess I don't have it, so I'll go ahead and swap it out. Might as well get dark mode ready on this too. Alright. I've decided we're going to use the TNT trick. However, I'm only going to do it in the center. So we're going to start directly in the center. Oh yeah, TNT is impossible. Yeah, that's right. I remember I disabled detonation in this world. So yeah, that was so we could prevent damage should a TNT get placed. That's why I disabled it. But it doesn't matter anyway because we are going to start. Let me first reposition this so I have enough room. So we are going to start with the there goes the crossing gate. Because yes, I finally decided to get rid of that railroad command center that's been deteriorating and rusting. No, it wasn't really rusting, but it was just sitting unused because I moved on to a whole new concept. So I decided to go ahead and get rid of it. All right. Now we're going to begin with the pavement. We're going to start. Yeah, we're going to go on the edges. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn the. Probably leave the sound on. I don't really care. All right, so there we go. The main span deck has been removed. Now we need to remove the remaining section. This kind of does require us to go swimming. We gotta glide across the water as we remove the bottom section. Want to be sure to keep that purple bridge in pristine condition during the demolition and erect a part of it. Yeah, we can fix it. All right, the damage has been repaired. Now let's move on to section 2. Then after that, we got to remove the chains. Then afterward, we have to remove the chains that holds up the trusses for the main span, or that hold up the main span in general. I'll put an orange block there as a placeholder. Oh, yep, here we go. Sterling is now, Philly is replaying the Marine warning. All right, and I will get that thrown in a compilation later. All right, so we're getting rid of the first section of cables, and then we're going to do the other side. All right, that's the first side of cables gone. Now let's deal with the other side. All right, we have one area of the cable now gone. Let's deal with the other side. All right. So the main span of the bridge is gone. Now figure out what to do about the other two. Let's take you through. Let's go do a speed run. All right, that's as far as we're gonna get. But what I'm thinking about doing is taking this section down next. Because, I mean, we kind of already destroyed the towers. We had to put those orange blocks there as placeholders. So I think in terms of the damage that we did to the towers so far, this section is going to be going. This one will be going next, and then we'll deal with the other side. Because then we can build on from here. And he's. I just don't know why CSX man is telling me about land dev or something. I don't care. All right. So then, let's go ahead and continue on. All right. So, all right. Now we're going to move on with this bridge in the same fashion as we did with the main span. We're going to do this in the same fashion as with the main span. All right. So, that's my just telling me that my dinner is being made. Okay. So, that's the section at the back. And the time complete. Remove all. And that's already it with no credits. Oh, yeah. Press your luck. It feels like I'm replicating the game show network. However, I've only been in the game show RPG production. I'm not throwing any others playlist. Or I'm gonna throw in the game show marathon. The game show marathons he did, but rather I'm gonna start with this. This was it hasn't played any of the match game stuff yet. What if we could make that like a like it's a 24/7 game show network? But that I can't make a photocopy playlist because it's made for kids. But that's okay. Because at least I can enjoy their entertainment. So we can go all out. Because we don't care what we're going to do with the tower. Because we're getting rid of it. And we're going to do the same thing outside to get there. Hello there, Hanford. There's a strong thunderstorm statement from them. Continue the marine warning. Nope, it's just a statement. Alright, that's the first cable gone. And we're going to do the second one. All right, that pier is gone. We're gonna move on to this one now. So that section is gone. Now we have better the other cantilever. So now we actually have a better view of the other cantilever. I can't remember, the game is glitching for some reason. It's like, all right. So there's the other cantilever. Let's see there on the other side. As we can see, we already have the approach spans for the new bridge already going up. However, now that last section is a challenge, and that's what we have to get rid of. But before we can do that, though, we have to first find out how we do that. Though we have to figure out how the truss will line up once it's constructed. All right. All right. Before we continue building that approach section, we first have to get rid of the other suspension section. This is the last suspension section to come down. All right, so all right. And see that's some of a little stream waterfall from the removal of the suspension bridge structure. And yeah, I saw it, it is 5 p.m. and it was time for the Samoa, but WJ01 actually, in fact, all iPods, in fact, I found out that all iPod stuff that WJ01 relays, those are now crawl log only. So it's not going to go over the station anymore. Those I will now be using the cap deck logger on the station to obtain those. And yes, this does go for the Pennsylvania IPAWS as well. All right. So all forms of cables are gone. Now we need to remove the actual tower. before I do anything else. All right. So now the entire suspension bridge is gone. The whole suspension bridge structure has been demolished. So now all you see are the two cantilevers. Battery low. Please charge now. Yeah, that reminds me, I've had that Bluetooth speaker going the whole day. Here, give me a moment while I plug it in. Oh, here's a C charger for my Beats headphones. I think this will work. Oh yeah, it does work. Plenty of options. Or I could use the one from my power bank. I'll plug it in here. There we go. Alright, we'll let that charge. Okay. Now that that's charging, let's return to the game here. So, again, as you can see, these are the two purple, beautiful cantilever structures. And look right here, you can actually see the cantilever structure from Interstate 23. You can actually see the cantilever structure on the right hand side. You can actually see it. So let's go ahead and get back to the structure. But before we do anything else, however, that the landscape has really changed with the removal of that suspension bridge. Now you can see that the landscape has really changed now that all right. So, can give the tribute to All right. So, all right. Once again, here's what the cantilever looks like. All right. All right now. I think we can go up a. I think we can go a little higher. All right. So now here's where construction of the truss begins. This is going to be where it starts. Oh boy, another episode of Gold Rush. That tradition was actually carried over to WKPH Cincinnati. I actually like WKPH as well. I didn't get a chance to watch his installment of Pressure Luck much last week because of how crazy everything was with the severe weather event and everything else that was going on in between. All that's what got me to change my plans of Pressure Luck at lunchtime and all that. So yeah, and the postponed Thursday tests were another thing. So all right, so we're gonna kind of go ahead and get a head start on the cantilever, and then that's probably where we're gonna stop for this week, and we'll then continue from there next week. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and examine this. From Angeles. I don't know if KW37 relays it, but we're gonna tune in and find out.
As high as 60 miles an hour. Where?
But we're gonna tune in right now and find out.
Mountains, excluding the Santa Monica Range. When? Until daylight time. Impact. Travel could be very impossible. Strong winds could cause In Santa Ana, it was partly sunny. The temperature was 60. It was partly sunny. The temperature was 61. At Van Nuys, it was cloudy. The temperature was 61. The wind was south at 12 miles an hour. In Ontario, it was cloudy. The temperature was 54. At Woodland Hills, temperature was 59. The relative humidity was 58. The report from Sandburg was not available.
I don't know what Larry said has.
It was west at Springs. It was cloudy. The temperature was 70. The wind was northwest at 15 miles an hour, gusting to 28. At Santa Barbara, it was cloudy. The temperature was 56. Around 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Monday, March 8th, the condition was Southern California. Across the Southern California waters, Santa Barbara's inner buoy, winds were east at 14 knots. Sea temperature 56 degrees. Air temperature 54 degrees. At Santa Monica Bay buoy, wave height 6 feet at 15 seconds. Sea temperature 61. At San Pedro Channel buoy, wave height 6 feet at 15 seconds. Sea temperature 61. At Santa Monica Bay buoy, winds were south at 12 knots. Sea temperature 60 degrees. Air temperature 58 degrees. At West Santa Barbara Channel buoy, winds were east at 12 knots. Sea temperature 54 degrees. Air temperature 54 degrees. At Tanner Banks buoy, winds were southwest at 12 knots. Wave height 8 feet at 16 seconds. Sea temperature 57.
Nope. KWO 37 apparently does not tone. That area does not relay for stuff. Yeah, they don't relay stuff for that area. Oh, this is it. So, All right, so now here, I gotta be sure I'm not using too many hours. I need to save them for tonight's stream. But in other words, I did get the East Coast. I did get the mainland U.S. IPAWS tests. East Coast, San Francisco. And I also found out that Georgia sent their IPAWS test late. So I waited about 10 minutes after 9:30. I did not hear anything on WWE, so I gave up. But then about 10 minutes later, they send it out. Oh, in the southern Sacramento Valley, the strong thunder. All right. So now the other problem we have is that we need to figure out how we're going to be able to get this bridge to connect with Interstate 802. That is something we now need to figure out. Like, how are we going to get this side to connect to 802 West, and then how are we going to get 802 West to connect to 67 West? How are we going to do that? You can see, wow, it already is starting to look mimicky to the span that's already up. So what I'm doing now is in the original concept span. That was a placeholder. So that one is coming down. So right now that span is coming down. So that span now is coming down. And I forgot that I have yet to check on my dinner. I'm gonna go do that really quickly, and then we'll come right back. And my computer's almost dead. That's great. Oh, it is ready. All right. So I wanted to check. Launch of Story Television on WCIU 26.5. All right. I don't know why those random sounds are there. They're probably because. And I see the S&W from Sterling has been canceled. So now you got to figure out how this section was constructed. So start this up, we can mimic both sides. And this cantilever covers the entirety of that section. And we're also going to be relocating I-802 exit. All right. And after this section is done, then we will end this week's edition of Minecraft Live. We are almost done. Already, that's a reminder of the lightning bolt on Bullseye. All right. And now it sounds like it's some lingo. All right, there we go. So now we successfully relocate to the exit ramp track, the temporary bridge structure, and is where our Minecraft Live today, this week concludes. As you can see, we have made very significant progress on the structure here. As you can see, why not we go ahead and do the musical roadway one last time before we go. So right there, you can see that's the mimicked cantilever. That's going to be the replacement. Alright, so that's what it is. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do and those those signs I will relocate to make the new structure. And rather than walking whole length again, we're actually gonna make use of the flying ability. Make use of all that you have in the game.
Every word that you get in the first final lingo is worth $100 to you. Every time you catch a lingo, it's worth $200. There's 3 stopper balls in this bucket to kind of slow you down. So be careful about that. Let's go and pick two letters. Pick 2. Let's pick a stopper. There one that shows up. So he's controlled Toby with his C.
I might add WKPH's version of lingo into the mix as well, but I'm gonna stay with MVG's lingo.
There we go. On the board, $100. Pick 2 letters. Let's go with C. 6.
Let me the chart. Oh wow, this is fully charged. Wow, we went through an entire show and this thing is fully charged. And did this thing just die on me or did it just suddenly stop? Oh, it just stopped abruptly. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Got that back up and running. I don't know what happened. All right, so now we've moved quite a bit. So now we are at a good spot. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn the sound off. Although I could wait after the show. I don't really care. Alright. So now alright, so that is gonna do it this week. This edition of Minecraft Live. And so on next week's show, we are going to continue with the cantilever structure. Rather, we're going to be making final adjustments to it, paving it, and then eventually rerouting traffic onto that structure. So that is it for this stream. Make sure to tune in tonight for the Buffalo Sabres Blackhawks stream. That will be at 7:30 p.m. So don't miss it. I know I don't want to miss it. I missed all those weeklies because I turned those alarms off knowing that I was gonna get them, but yet I just quickly fell asleep and Slept right through everything. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. Oh my god, I slept through all of that. And I have yet to find a new stream for WYNK because the previous one does not work. Oh well. I have another chance. Alright. So, we will see you all later tonight. So until then, thanks for watching.